Hey, let's talk about the Australian T20 squad and the New Zealand T20 squad that's coming up. Of course, no Milne, Munro, Minute Peace or Mitchell Guptill in, but boys, he's under pressure on a few fronts.
Yeah, well, one front in particular, Finn Allen,
Yes.
who the selectors didn't pick, but they put him on standby, I believe, which is a clear signal. I sometimes forget, when someone's in poor form, it pays to go to Cricket Info Stats Guru, which I did on this occasion, and Martin Guptill has scored more T20 international runs than all but two players on this planet.
Yeah.
So I think that there is still a little bit of rope left there.
Look, I kind of agree, but of course I should disagree because it makes it more interesting. You know, I think Guppy is definitely under pressure from Finn Allen, whose name is only ever said together. He's also under pressure from his sore hamstring. He's also under pressure from his family. He's got a baby due, so he's going to have that on his mind.
His partner has, Paul. He doesn't.
Well, it's partly his baby, surely.
Well, one would hope so.
He hasn't passed 50 since October. I know he is the incumbent. That's a fair call, Dills. But, you know, Ross Taylor's number 3 on that list. He's not in the team, so why aren't we picking him? Munro's number 4 on that list. He's not there. Tim Southey's got most wickets. Is he going to start? What about Ish Sodhi, Santner, Bolt? You know,
Hey.
I think if we're going to get into stats and
Great
team on
counter
teams
thrust
from stats,
there from
why?
Paul Ford and
Why would we?
Dylan Cleaver. Great counter
It
thrust.
was a well-researched counter thrust. Ross Taylor has not got Martin Guptill's length or ability in the field. So, you know, Guptill gets the nod there. Munro, I would have him in the team, but he's probably...
He's on holiday, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, he's politicaled his way out of it, maybe. Look, point taken, but I still am a big fan of that clean hitting down the ground.
Oh, yeah, so am I. And look, you know, he's a class player, and he's proven that over time. I think he deserves the opportunity to play in this side. If he doesn't perform in this series, well, then I guess you look further down the line.
And possibly he shouldn't be the only one under pressure anyway. Mark Chapman, has he done enough to be an automatic selection? I know Glenn Phillips had a terrific series against the West Indies and Pakistan, but, you know, if you were in a World T20 final tomorrow, would you have Guptill or would you have Phillips?
Guppy.
I would lean towards Guppy.
Yeah. And look, I guess the thing is, it's a great problem to have, isn't it? And my point really is, I think Finn Allen should get a go in this series. I'd love to see him given a chance. And, you know, if that's because Guptill's injured or whatever, then great. But I think, to your point, Dylan, he should be in there in contention with the likes of Phillips and Chapman and Conway as well. And I think, hopefully he gets a crack.
Yeah, well, let's hope he does because he's a phenomenal talent, no question about it. Who to look out for in the Australian lineup? A few dickheads for sure, and a few interesting characters too.
Yeah, look, you could probably put him in both categories actually, but I love watching the Big Show.
Oh.
Glenn Maxwell. He's just got every shot for every ball. This guy Alex Carey is an interesting cricketer to watch.
He's a keeper, is he?
Yep.
Yeah.
But it does have a kind of a experimental feel to it. So, look, I'm just looking forward to watching a bit of international cricket.
Yeah. Your thoughts, Paul?
Yeah, it's the Booby Prize Tour, isn't it? And there's a couple of blokes to look out for. I think I like the look of Riley Meredith. He's a big brute fast bowler from the inbred village of Hobart, and he can bowl 152 kilometres an hour. He's got a terrible haircut. He often runs a moustache.
Yes. A magnificent moustache, though, isn't it? Edwardian.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to him getting out there and getting sort of pumped back over his head for 6. And I'm also going to look forward to seeing the uncapped 19-year-old leggy Tanveer Sangha, who played the Under-19 Cricket World Cup a year ago. And he gives the ball a real rip. He's got 1,000 variations. Hasn't even played first-class cricket yet, which is pretty extraordinary. And look out for him. He carries a towel, not because he gets hot, but because he gets nervous, and he doesn't like to lose his grip on the ball, so he sweats out of nerves.
Yeah, sweaty palms.